Da da da. Da da da. Da, na, na. I was gonna clean my room, but then I da na 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 na. Then I da, na, 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 na. I was gonna clean my room, but then I only part of it that I know. It's gonna clean my okay. Then, but, okay. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Stay. What's this shit about the Pope here? Okay. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. So, you know what's really weird? It's really weird to not ever talk to me and only talk to me when you have something to tell me that I doesn't matter. That's weird. Don't do that. Don't be a freaking creep. Thanks. Anyways, so what was I about to do before I got interrupted? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. So it's really weird because I was watching something and I wanted to talk about it. Let's see. Okay. Let's share my stream. There. Okay. Alrighty. So, first thing I wanted to show. My new slippers sound so cute. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So, Charles, I'm so glad you're here. I kind of did this for you. This thing I'm about to show. So, you're going to show your butt? No! Do you want me to show my butt? I doubt it. So, I just got back from, I showered and then I went to, whoa. So I showered and then I went to an appointment and now I'm back and I have a beverage I would like to show. Hello, it's me. So I went to Jack in the Box and I got their, I think they only sell this Red Bull at Jack in the Box. Okay. So, summer edition Red Bull, and it is a white peach flavor. Okay. Let's taste it. Let's start by the sniff test. Okay. Definitely smells like white peach. Okay. So let's cheers. Cheers. Okay. Okay. Ready? No, only children get Easter candy hauls. Okay. Oh, by the way, look at my new laminated brows. I don't like it. Not interested. Not interested. So, I do want to bring up a topic, if you don't mind. I want to bring up, thanks, Carl. Carl, don't be nice to me. That's when I started to dislike Hammy, when he was nice to me. Okay. I want to discuss a racial topic because I can't believe the press conference I watched. Let's discuss a racial topic. I'll be right back. And I saw you retracted the message, so you don't think I'm pretty? Okay, whatever. It's okay. It's all right. You retracted it, but you want to be nice? Oh, you won't be nice. Yeah, don't be nice because then I won't like you. I'm attracted to people that are mean to me. So wait, look at my, let me see if I can show my Palm Springs hoodie. Never mind. Oh, that's a staged comment. Okay, so I'll start being more nice so that I stop stalking your life. Okay, so this whole you know what? Let me open a window. Hold on. Let me open a window. Topic that I'd like to discuss with you all. Streaming, like laying on my bed. Oh, wow, a Palm Springs hoodie. How exciting. What's more exciting than a Palm Springs hoodie? Okay, I'm just getting myself all situated. So, let's see. So I'm trying to find a video on something. Let's see. So shit. Okay, so full press conference. It's like 31 minutes long. Here it is. Okay. So a bowl of let's go. I'm so down to go to YC's own. YC's own is the best Mongolian, I'd say. Okay, so oh my God, hi Ryder. Thanks for being here. How are you? So, first and foremost, I'm reporting to you live from right here in my bed, up close and personal with Natalia Homegrown, and also look at my freshly laminated brows. And I also have this Red Bull, which is only sold at Jack in the Box. Okay? And it's good. It's kind of sucky. It's called White Peach. Okay. 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 Oh, and here's my Palm Springs hoodie. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome that I allow you to see me while I'm in my bed. While I'm reporting to you live from my bed. Not just my bedroom, my actual bed. Okay. I'd have to be taken to Harvest of Tempe, then YC. Why do you prefer that dispensary? Like, is that a special dispensary? Do you know someone who works at that dispensary? Like, what? What's up? So listen, I am perturbed by this Carmelo Anthony thing, okay? So let me kind of just like full screen myself for a moment. Okay? Let me full screen myself just for a moment because I have something to say about this Carmelo Anthony thing. I am really confused, okay? Wow, not only did I get like badass Botox recently, but I also got my brows laminated today. And show the hoodie again. Okay. 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 So I'm really confused, perturbed by I'm really confused and perturbed. I got my hair cut, so it's not as long. But anyways, I don't know why the lighting is so off, but I am like extremely confused and extremely perturbed by this Carmelo Anthony thing because I am like, why is this a racial thing? Like, why does it have to be about race? I don't understand. So, like, if you go on TikTok and you look up all the videos of like, I'm just trying to see, is there like body cam footage? Like, what the actual fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure out when he went up to the kid, to tell him to leave? Did it become a racial thing? Because you know what's really scary to me is the comments in like the GoFundMe or whatever. They're like saying that he was justified because like he's standing up for his ancestors. And I'm like, what? Like, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Where's the cleavage? Not that this is the only reason I'm here, but well, I'm sure that's why most people are here, so don't even worry about it. It's okay. I don't have any cleavage right now because I'm in a hoodie. But I do want to get some gummies. So here's my thing, right? Whether this white kid went up to this black kid and said, get out of here or please leave or whatever he said, does not give him the right to stab him to death. And then when the cops showed up, he didn't say it was self-defense. He said, could it have been self-defense? So here's my question, okay? Regardless as to whether or not you guys are like throwing me off, like what I want to say, because you're like talking about my cleavage, which is like one of my favorite topics, but like you're throwing me off. Also, there's like a little hair on my screen. I'm going to make it full screen and not read the chat. But what I was trying to say is, regardless of whether or not there were any racial slurs, there was any like whatever, it doesn't give him the right to stab the kid. And then not only that, but then you have this press conference, which I can't understand. Okay. It's mating season. Okay. So here, let's play this. Actually, if anybody, wants to come up and debate this with me, here's the link if anybody wants to debate this topic with me. Because the way, I'm sorry, I love everybody, but the way that some people are making it like he was justified because of our ancestors? No. What? Like, huh? No. No. Okay? So let's watch this live. Let's watch this conference, okay? Bring your tea and crumpets, because this is the most wild. So you would think that these parents are grieving the loss of their child. No, they're grieving that their child stabbed another kid.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note.
Okay, so from what I understand, the kid who got stabbed, actually, let's not play this yet. Let's play like explaining what happened first, okay? Okay. I'm really craving a steak. Okay, let's see. Give me 1 second. Austin Metcalf. This is weird. Oh. Okay. Let's share this. Okay. So present, share screen. There. Okay, so here's what happened.
National farewell in Frisco. Good evening, everybody. I'm Casey Stiegel. Private funeral services were held today for the teen student athlete who was stabbed to death at a school track meet earlier this month. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed back on April 2nd. A teen student from another school has been charged with his murder. The crime has been thrust into the national spotlight, bringing some controversies along with it. On Monday, the alleged killer will make his first appearance before a judge. Fox 4's Amelia Jones is following all of the developments for us tonight. She joins us live.
I don't think this explains what happened. So give me a second to find a video that explains what actually happened. Huh. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's present, share screen.
Before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stopped it and said, "You need to move." He's like,
so this is what they say happened.
Before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stopped it and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Also grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab.
Video from WFAA in Texas. Tragedy at a track meet. A teenage football life cut short. His family says he died in his twin brother's arms. The suspect, according to police, was a fellow high school athlete who allegedly brought a knife to a track meet and changed so many lives, allegedly, in the course of doing so. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. It is hard to make sense of this story, and just wait until I tell you what the suspect in this case reportedly has told police about an alleged murder that happened in the middle of the week at a high school track meet in the middle of the day in Texas. This is Austin Metcalf. His family says he died in his twin brother's arms after he was stabbed at this track meet in Frisco, Texas, near Dallas. He was 17 years old, and his future on the field and in life was so bright. He was a junior at Memorial High School. He played football there. His dad says last season he was team MVP, and he had a 4.0 GPA in the classroom. According to his ex account, he was getting looks to play at the next level and by some big schools. Here he is at a recruiting event for the Arkansas Razorbacks. They play in the SEC. If you know college football, that is as big as it gets. He was a multi-sport athlete, and he was also on his high school track team, which is who he was competing for on April 2nd at this stadium in his hometown of Frisco, about 40 minutes from Dallas. And if you've ever run track, you know these meets, there's a lot of downtime in between the events. Each team typically has its own spot to hang out, and Austin was reportedly under a tent with his teammates when rain started falling on Wednesday. KXAS TV in Dallas has the police report that states that the suspect, who goes to a different high school, was under Metcalf's team's tent.
Okay.
And he was told to move. Witnesses say the suspect then unzipped a bag. He reaches in and told Metcalf, quote, "Touch me."
So I would just like to point out a couple of things. Apparently, they the people that I don't know if it's the people that are supporting the guy that did the stabbing, or if it's, I don't know, but there's literally people saying that the way it happened was the track runner, so the guy that got stabbed, went up to the guy that did the stabbing and told him to move. Well, other people are saying that the guy that got stabbed, so I'm sorry to say, but the white guy went up to the black guy and started racially offending him. I don't know. Using racial slurs towards him. So my question would be, this kid, I'm sorry, but we got to go off of people's what they show us, right? So this guy shows us that he's responsible enough to go to a school, to show up to meets, to practices. Not only is he on track, but he appears to be on a football team. Isn't that a football team outfit? So going off of our facts, exactly. So if we use our process of elimination, context clues, right? If we go off of that, this kid seems like a responsible kid. He's in track. I'm sorry if I look stupid, but is this a football outfit he's wearing? I'm pretty sure. Okay. In his picture, he looked to be like a stand-up kid.
And see what happens. That's when witnesses.
So do we believe that this kid would just go up to a black kid, which I'm sure he goes to school with hundreds of other black kids? Why would he just target this specific one? I don't know. He could have. I'm not saying he didn't. We're just using context clues, process of elimination, all of that to kind of like gather data and intel to determine what happened. So, in my opinion, so far, I don't believe this guy just randomly went up to a random black kid and was like speaking racial slurs for absolutely no reason. Maybe they got into a heated exchange. Maybe the kid that did the stabbing was being ganged up on by a group of people. I don't know. But this right here doesn't sound right. Don't sound right.
Say. Austin Metcalf got up and grabbed the suspect, who then allegedly took out a knife and stabbed Austin in the chest. Austin's twin brother told WFAA TV this.
And my brother stopped there and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. This kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and I'm not going to talk about the rest.
Metcalf's family says that Austin died in his brother's arms. Here's a picture of the boys with their dad. This is the suspect. His name is Carmelo Anthony. He is facing a charge of murder. He is being held on $1 million bond. Even though I'm using the term alleged in this story because all defendants, all suspects are innocent until proven guilty, Anthony reportedly is not using that term. He told police, quote, "I'm not alleged, I did it." That is according to the arrest warrant obtained by KXAS-TV. And according to the warrant, Anthony appears to think that he was in the right for allegedly killing Metcalf, claiming self-defense. We'll get into why his self-defense argument may not work in court in just a moment.
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
Anthony was also a football player. This was him mic'd up for a tournament that was posted on YouTube, and he linked to it on his X account. Anthony's high school was just about 7 miles from where Metcalf went to high school. It appears up until Wednesday, August 2nd, Anthony had somewhat of a bright future as well, as social media shows that he was getting offers to play college football. At least his social media claimed that. Like these Division III schools in Texas and Louisiana, and this small school in Kansas. On Huddle, which is a social media site for football recruits, he wrote, quote, "God has shown you the right path, just take it." That was in his bio. Now he's facing the possibility of never being on a football field again, or frankly being a free person ever again, because he is charged with murder. We saw a user write to him on X saying, quote, "Ruined your whole future, dude." Now, if the allegations are true, if he's convicted, frankly, the only future that truly matters in this story is that of Austin Metcalf, a future that was ended, and the future of his family and how they heal after what happened at this track meet.
Where are you getting sushi from? I'm jealous. I want to read those tweets again. Let's read those.
On his X account, Anthony's high school was just about 7 miles from where Metcalf went to high school. It appears up until Wednesday, August 2nd.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about this dude. Dude, you're an upstanding citizen, bro. You're on the football team. You're getting all these great scores. All the ladies are getting wet for your scores. But then you're going to act like this when you could have had like all the bitches. You could have had all the people. You're going to act this way? You could have had a scholarship. You're going to act this way? Thank God you didn't get an opportunity. If that's what was inside of you, you shouldn't get an opportunity if you're going to be evil.
And Anthony had somewhat of a bright future as well, as social media shows that he was getting offers to play college football, at least his social.
This is what he posted on December 6th, 2024. After a great conversation with Coach Marshall, I'm blessed to receive my first offer from Texas Lutheran University.
Social media claimed that, like these Division III schools.
After a great talk with Coach Savino, I'm honored and blessed to have received an offer from Centenary College. Nobody's
Texas
ever heard of either
this
of these colleges, bro. What did he say?
Offers to play college football. At least his social media claimed that, like these Division III schools in Texas and Louisiana. And
yeah, okay.
This small school in Kansas.
Okay.
On Huddle, which is a social media.
God has shown you the right path. Just take
media
it.
site for football recruits, he wrote, quote, "God has shown you the right path, just take it." That was in his bio. Now he's facing the possibility of never being on a football field again, or frankly, being a free person ever again, because he is charged with murder. We saw a user write to him on X saying, quote, "Ruined your whole future, dude." Now, if the allegations are true, if he's convicted, frankly, the only future that truly matters in this story is that of Austin
Right?
Metcalf, a
I
future
love
that was
you,
ended, and
bud.
the future of his family and how they heal after what happened at this track meet on Wednesday this week. Austin's dad has a GoFundMe page. It has raised nearly $200,000. At the time of this recording, the page includes pictures of Austin, his dad, and his twin brother from when they were young. His dad writes, quote, "He was a leader of men. His smile would light up the room. His passion for football was unbelievable." And it's hard not to get emotional looking at this picture of a dad and his sons just fishing, looking out at the water at a pond, and to think of everything that was taken away by an alleged decision this week. On that GoFundMe page, his dad finishes by saying, quote, "We will all remember him for the way he impacted others' lives. I love you forever, son. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. God will take care of us till we meet again.
See you
R.I.P.
later.
Love, Dad." Austin's last post on social media was on March 31st. He wrote on X, quote, "Faith that God got me and my work will pay off." Join us now to talk about this case. It certainly has a lot of people talking. Is trial attorney Bridget Williams, who joins us from Dallas.
So now I just want you guys to see the way his fucking family is acting, because it is atrocious. Okay. It is absolutely atrocious. So first, let me see if I can find how the dad like went online and said he forgives the dude, which is nuts to me, but that's on you. Let's see. So Austin, keep us up on this case. Absolutely. I have to show you a press conference. You're going to freak out. Okay. You're going to freak out over it. So, Austin Metcalf dad forgives. There. Here we go. Here we go. Let me show you guys this, because this is absolutely fucked. This is fucked with a capital F-U. Fucked. Fucked. Okay.
Austin Metcalf at a track.
This is how you get it to not copyright you. 1.25 will do, but I always like to be extra safe. Forgive him as he spends the rest of his life in jail. Yeah. You know he's out of jail? I'll explain. Don't worry. I'll explain. Oh, shit. Okay. So
After Carmelo Anthony killed Austin Metcalf at a track event, both fathers made news with their comments. First, Carmelo's father said this: "Everyone has already made their assumptions about my son, but he's not what they're making him out to be. He's a good kid. He works 2 jobs. He's an A student. He has a 3.7 GPA. He was not the aggressor. He was not the one who started it."
hold on a second. That's such a pathetic ass statement. Let's dissect that.
News with their comments. First, Carmelo's father said this: "Everyone has already made their assumptions about my son, but he's not."
Everyone has already, I'm going to read this. Hold up. Everyone has already made their assumptions about my son, but he's not what they're making him out to be. Your son made himself out to be a murderer when he murdered someone by stabbing them, not even shooting, which you can sometimes say they learn out of aggression on video games. Your son stabbed someone. What kind of shit was going on in your house? What kind of shit was going on in your house? Or was your son being bullied? Which I don't think this kid was bullied. This is a good-looking kid. He probably had friends in school, girlfriends. What? We're making your son out to be something, sir? Your son didn't make himself out to be a murderer? And to stab, again, to stab. That's just something I can't understand. He didn't like pull out a pew-pew. He pulled out a gun. He pulled out a knife. and he stabbed. You should be scared of your son. If he has that rage inside of him, that uncontrollable temper inside of him, you should be scared of what he could do. Not everybody's making him out to what he is or what he's supposed to be or whatever. Your son made himself what he is, a murderer who uses a knife. Hey, Miss B, happy 420. Exactly. He brought a fucking knife to a track meet. Why? Why? Hey, Miss B. Okay.
Not what they're making him out to be. He's a good kid. He works 2 jobs. He's an A student.
He's a good kid. He works 2 jobs. Wait, why does he work 2 jobs? Why? Why is your son, who is in full-time school, okay? Full-time school. He's in full-time school and he's on the football team getting all these offers to go to college, and you've got your son working 2 jobs? Maybe he was sleep deprived. I'm sorry. Watch, I'm going to do a better defense than this family spokesperson that they hired. I could put on a better defense than them because that's my thing, okay? I could do so much better than this dude. Is he a gang member? I didn't even know that. Wow. So, anyways.
Has a 3.7 GPA.
He has a 3.7 GPA. I'm sorry, but that's not good.
He's a good kid.
That's not good. A 3.7 isn't good. I wouldn't brag about that. My parents wouldn't brag about that when I was a kid. They'd beat my ass. So good for him. Like,
he works 2 jobs. He's an A student. He has a 3.7 GPA. He was not the aggressor. He was not the one.
He was not the aggressor. He was not the one that started it. So you're kind of like pouring salt into a wound that of a family that your son created. So your son created a broken-hearted family and you're pouring salt in their wound. If you had a good defense attorney, this would have never, ever happened. We would never be hearing these stupid words from your mouth. I'm pretty sure you even wrote them, so you had time to edit this, and you still posted it. You dumb.
One who started it. I feel bad for the other parents and family, and words can't explain how both have been affected by this tragedy. Yes, of course, because he wants you to remember his family are victims too. Carmelo himself reportedly said this: I was protecting myself. He put his hands on me. So this much is obvious. They're going to try self-defense at trial. Meanwhile, Austin's father made news for the quick forgiveness of his son's murder.
I've already forgiven him. That's for my peace, not his. I rely heavily on my faith to get me through this. Like I said,
Okay.
People ask me, how can you forgive what to this other person? I said, I forgive the other person because the forgiveness is not for him. The forgiveness is for me, so I can have peace. His life is destroyed. My life is destroyed. This was not a race thing. And this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice and affected both his family and my family forever. It's a very unfortunate thing.
You have to ask yourself, is this forgiveness an act of being a good Christian? Or is it suicidal empathy? You can decide that. However hard this may be to understand.
What the fuck is suicidal empathy? What is suicidal empathy? Does anybody know? I'm going to Google it. Google suicidal empathy. I don't know. You're not Aaron? Okay, so now that we've seen how the dad was so quick to forgive, okay, look at this. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen. So they held a press conference, okay? They held a press conference and okay. So they held a press conference and the stabbing student, so the student that was stabbed, his dad was kicked out, so, of the press conference. This is actually fucking sad. This actually makes me want to cry. That actually fucking breaks my fucking heart. Like, thinking about if that was my dad who came to a press conference about my stabbing and then was fucking kicked out like this poor man. Let me show you this again. This is so fucked up. This is unreal. I have to grab my charger in a second. Cute he is. I'm sorry. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute with his little sunglasses and is out there. And you can tell he feels like super embarrassed and humiliated that this whole SWAT team had to come and kick him out of a press conference. Look. Look how cute he is. He's such a cutie pie. I just want to hug him. Look, he's got his phone in his little pocket like my dad would do. And he's got his keys in his hands and he's ready to go. Aw, he's even got a little fanny pack on. Oh, I just want to cry. That doesn't seem right to like treat his dad that way. He just lost his son and you're fucking kicking him out of a press conference. And let me show you why he got kicked out, okay? And look how cute he is. He's such a cutie pie. Such a cutie pie.
Police say 17-year-old
It's
Carmelo.
not right, dude. Gotta watch that again. Okay, and before I stab isn't hard. What? Let me go get my computer charger. I'll be right back. You're confusing me. Like, how can you treat his dad that way? I don't understand. computer charger and I saw you called me. Let me try to find my charger. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. I'll be right back. Okay, let me just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, I'm back. That was a bit of a moment. Hey, Hammy. Okay. Natalia was presenting to other men. No, I wasn't. Okay, so to recap, we've gone ahead. I love you so much, Hammy. And honestly, Hamilton, I apologize for fighting with you earlier, and I hope you're having a great day. And I love you. And I hope you're having a great day. So, whoa, it just got like super bright in here. Let's see. See? Let me shut the window. Let me shut the window. So to recap what we've gone over so far, let me go get my cell phone from my room, my other room. Got my phone. Okay, so to recap what we've gone over, we've watched some information about what the twin brother says happened, and apparently his brother died in his arms. So he was there firsthand. And so we've gone over that. Then we've gone over the way that the dad was kicked out of the press conference. So let's watch that again. Okay. So we watched that. Now I would like to have everybody watch the actual press conference. So, because you guys are going to be absolutely flabbergasted by this. Okay. So I would just like for all of you to imagine for a moment. They say that this guy is like, hello. So this guy right here that they've chosen to represent them, everybody is saying that like he doesn't really have like a good background, like nobody really knows a lot about him, and that he's been charged. So the guy that you're going to see speaking, this guy, he is representing, He is representing the family of the the teenager that did the stabbing. So the black teenager that stabbed the white teenager. He is representing the stabber's family. The parents are behind him. Okay. Let's watch, because this is a shit show.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note.
Hold on a second. I'd like to have the closed captions on, and I'm going to repeat this.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note. A deep note that
I want to start off this press conference to say something that's a deep note. Again, I can represent this family a million times better. I wouldn't have started it that way. I would have started it with the condolences for the family that lost their son. Okay, let me teach you how to do your job. Here you go. I'm not sure what she's even talking about. I just had a hard time turning it off because she kept showing her massive beaters. No, I didn't. Lies.
I can tell America.
So he wants to tell a deep note to America. What? What drama have I started? Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Okay, so as I remind everybody, this guy needed to start a deep note to America. A deep note to America, okay? Hold on, everybody, because he has a deep note coming from the deep state of America. Okay? He has a deep note. A deep note. Okay? A deep note.
What we seen at the beginning.
What we seen. What we seen. Okay. Something that we have lacked in America recently is like having a conscious effort to use the appropriate words. Why is it so hard for people?
Beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words. Don't quote anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next generation.
So the dad showed up at the press conference because it's about the stabbing and killing of his kid. And this man has the audacity to say that the dad is disrespectful for showing up to the press conference. Why is that? I'm like so highly confused by that. Like, why is that disrespectful?
Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it.
Hold on.
Work from the beginning.
So he says,
Next Generation Action
Action Network. Okay. So his company is called Next Generation Action Network. And now he's going to say Next Generation Action Network has always been very, whatever towards this child's loss or whatever. Why are you talking about like the name of your company as if it's you? And then why are you not like being more of an empathetic? Like, this is what I mean by you don't have any training in this field. You should not be representing this family because like even somebody who has no training in that field like me, and I just watch a lot of these, I can tell you that this is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. For you to come on here and say the dad is disrespecting you. His son was stabbed by your client. Her ex-husband, Jeffrey, kind of favors you, except he was a lot skinnier. Honestly, I think he looks really ugly in the face. That guy. I don't think it looks like Hammy, but I could be wrong.
Has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf because we respect
so
the
they're
dignity of
they're
life.
like talking shit about the dead guy, the dead kid. They're like, we haven't shared what we've heard about him. So in other words, they're trying to say that he's like a bad guy.
Life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character. Who is not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it.
It's inappropriate. He is literally acting like he is literally acting like, I'm sorry, but like those people behind him are the ones that lost their child. You can't tell me otherwise. I mean, he's like, it's disrespectful for him to come around this family. Why? The hell? The hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell is going on around here? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell are you on? What the hell are you on? Okay? What the hell are you on? Sorry. I'll stop. What the hell are you on? What the hell? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Whatever.
And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So
why is he like throwing his brand out so much? Hey, Nova, I completely agree with this comment.
Regardless of what going on, that was disrespectful. Disrespectful.
How is it disrespectful? How? What?
And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course, we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today, I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit, not just as an advocate, but as a Black man, as a father, as a protector, in community, and children. There are 4 critical points I must address today And I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony
So there was
family.
a fund created, and I feel
The
like if
Carmelo
I can
Anthony
find a
Fund
video where they go
hosted-
over what was said on this apparent fund, you guys would lose your fucking shit. Okay. Let me find if I can find it. Let's see. Because it's not cute. Let's see. Carmelo Anthony Fund comments. I think that's what it would be under. You know what's really weird about Carmelo Anthony's name is that it's like, isn't that a famous person's name from an actual like? Trying to find it. Here we go. Let's see if I can find the comments. Yeah. I remember Carmelo Anthony dated Lala. Oh, here we go. Okay, Carmelo Anthony help give send go is what it's called. So Google give send. Here we go. Okay. Okay. See, why don't it? Okay. Here we go. Okay. I want to see the most top donations. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, no, never mind. Most recent. Okay, maybe this video has it. Carmelo is kind of a unique name too. Hmm. Hmm. I just thought I had a video. There. Sorry, I'm there. Okay, let me go back to this. Ew. I know. Except Carmelo is out on bond. Like, that actually really bothers me. And, like, apparently the family is living in, like, a $900,000 home now. Comments. Maybe there's a Reddit. Here we go. Okay, so let me read you some of the comments on this. Okay. So some of the comments on his GoFundMe say, keep doing what you doing, young man. Someone donated $100 telling him to keep doing what he's doing. So keep stabbing white people or keep stabbing people. I don't know. You are an anti-bullying hero, a scholar, a gentleman. Okay. Another $20 donor alluded to the fact that the perpetrator is Black and the victim is white, wrote, us against them, period. We are the defenders of our lineage. This is America, and these flat whiteness immigrants from all over the world has always been open enemies towards foundational Black Americans. Day one, no more. Okay. Let's see. We got your back, brother Carmelo. Let the racist tears flow. This is for justice and equity. Wait.